everyone, Happy New Year. Today is the 1st of January, but you're probably seeing this on the 3rd, I believe. And my name is Evie-Bella Hayes, if you don't know me. If you do know me, hello, my name is Evie-Bella Hayes. And so you don't think I'm just another bitch hopping on the internet trying to make money, I am going to give you all my lore to start with. I am 18 years old. I live on the Gold Coast in Australia. I was a dancer for majority of my life and then I quit. That's irrelevant, but here we are. I'm doing social media now apparently. I own a jewelry brand called LIBRA the Label, and big law, get ready for it. My dad passed away 2 years ago and it changed my life, and if you went to Thought Daughter City, I would be the statue in the middle. So that's my law, and let's get into the episode. ASMR. I don't really have a script. I don't feel like I need to. I feel like it's annoying watching podcasts that have scripts, but not me. But I do have key points, and I'm going to be completely honest with you. I cried this morning on January 1st because last night, I wrote down all of my New Year's goals thinking that I was gonna, conquer the world. That just doesn't happen sometimes. So overstimulated, so overwhelmed, because New Year's is like a really, I don't know how to put it. Like, New Year's is such a time illusion because it's actually not real. Like, humans have made up this whole thing that New Year's is a time to set goals and whatever, but like it's just another day, it's just another year. Like, it really doesn't matter as much as we think it does, and that's where like the expectation comes from, is like people put so much emphasis on it and it's really not that deep. I need to take my own advice, so that's why we're doing a podcast. Even if you're not a girly that believes in New Year's, which I say that I don't, but I still set goals and then forget about them the rest of the year, but like, who doesn't? I feel like people think January 1st is like all of a sudden gonna like transform you into a whole nother person who has all these goals like that, and you're just gonna, it's so easy because like it is what it is. It's a new year, which means like I'm a new person. That's not necessarily true. I feel like it's better to ease into New Year's goals. I don't know, I feel like that's what I need to do, is I need to take my own advice and ease into things, because I know that you've sat at your computer, you've sat at your notebook and you started writing down all the things you want to achieve by the end of 2025 and you haven't put a system behind them. Restart, I was just yapping and I don't know anything I just said, not gonna lie. January 1st feels a little like Christmas time and birthdays. If it's your birthday, you're gonna cry. And that is just girlhood. And I feel like New Year's and Christmas gives the exact same energy. Honestly, also, it's like completely okay to not have goals. I know for me, like I've set goals in the past and I set big goals for myself at the start of the year. And then I just don't ever look at them ever again because they're just so overwhelming that I'd rather not. The key to not burning out and not being overwhelmed is to set systems and maybe set like 2 to 3 goals and not 50 million for each aspect of your life, because that way you're just gonna like break down and cry like I did this morning. A few small goals for yourself. You could break it up quarterly, you could break it up monthly, and leave it at that. I do not live in the moment. I'm very terrible at living in the moment, and setting goals puts people in the trap of not doing that even more so, because if you're setting a goal, you're doing it because you want a certain outcome, and if that outcome isn't coming immediately or as quick as you would like it to, then it's like it's not enough. It's never enough. But I feel like you don't get to the goal or the outcome if you don't enjoy the process of getting to it to begin with. Because if you're rushing through it and you're rushing through life and like rushing to get to that end goal, the end goal that you actually want is not going to be anywhere near what you would expect it to, because you've just rushed through all the lessons, everything you need to know before you get to that goal, all the people you're going to meet, all the opportunities you've been offered. I think embracing the journey and not just the destination is so important. I completely understand like visualizing your dreams and having vision boards and goals and whatever, but that can be really overwhelming if you don't embrace the journey. And the whole purpose of life and like why we're here is to like have fun and live. Like you spawned into this earth to live. And what's the point of living if all you're doing is just overworking yourself, stressing yourself out, constantly looking on to the next thing, because the things that you have right now aren't enough, but the things that you have right now are what you used to dream about. Even me, I have a jewelry brand. I dreamed of having my own brand as a little girl, and I have that now, but it's still not enough sometimes because I'm on to the next thing. It's a human thing to like be on to the next. I mean, that's the whole purpose of life too, is to like experience as much as possible and do as much as possible, but you miss everything along the way and all the things that you will need for that end outcome if you don't enjoy the process of what you're doing. And that's something that I'm learning as well. Like, we're learning it together. I am not the best at that. I'll be honest, I'm not great at living in the present. In fact, I spend a lot of my time living in the future because I think that it's going to bring me closer when it's actually pushing me further away. Learn to embrace the process of it and have fun with it instead of making it such a big thing. Like, for my goals, for instance, I have my yearly big 2025 goals, which I've broken up into quarters of the year. So 3 months, so January to March. What comes after that? You do the math. And then I have my weekly goals, which are split into daily goals I can do for that week. And it's just so much better to break down those goals into systems so that you know you can actually take steps into that goal. Because how many times have you set a goal and then you're like, shit, I don't actually know how I'm gonna even start? Because it's like looking at like Mount Everest and just expecting yourself to just jump to the top. It's not going to happen every day. Even if it's just 1% better every day, like, you know you're on the right path. Studies have shown 1% better every day equals like 37% better than you were at the start of the year if you keep that consistency of getting 1% better every day. Don't quote me. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm just some yapper on the couch. So I've got no idea. If you're someone like me, which I'm sure you are, who has big expectations on like even the smallest things, like how many times have you expected an interaction with someone to go, and of course they're a whole different person to the person that you've made up of them in your head, and they act another way, and it makes you feel like shit because you're like, that wasn't how this was supposed to go. Like, you were supposed to do this and this, and you did that and that, and that's not what I wanted. It's bound to happen. That's life. Like, things don't happen the way you want it to. I mean, today I woke up, I had a set plan, I knew what I wanted to do, I had a whole big to-do list of all the things that I wanted to get done today to feel like I was doing something, I was achieving something, I was on track of my goals, and I woke up feeling shitty. I woke up feeling like shit and out of alignment. You can't fight that because then you're gonna fully burn yourself out. And then when you do get the motivation to actually work and do stuff, your creative energy tank is gonna be gone. Rest is so important just as much as working is. I hate this whole hustle and grind culture of like go Navy SEAL type shit. Like, we're not meant to do that. Us humans need time to rest, and it's okay to rest. And if you're in a rest period right now and you think because it's New Year's I have to go and push, but inside you know like your body is craving rest. Like, you know yourself better than anyone. If you have that feeling of like, I just can't, there's a block there, I can't do it, sit with it. Don't fight against it. Don't be like me and try and fight against it. I mean, you and I are in the same boat. Don't push yourself if you don't feel like you can, or you feel like it's going to put you in a bigger hole. Just don't do it. Go for a walk, listen to music, draw, do something that doesn't involve outside influence, and just really connect with yourself. Even just sit in silence with yourself and think about like, why am I feeling the way I am? How can I fix it? But also don't get in your head too much. If you can't find a reason, then your body just needs the rest, and that's fine. Our age, older teens to 20s, there's so much emphasis on having to have it all figured out, especially social media. That's a whole nother episode I want to talk about. It's so easy to fall into the trap of comparing yourself and your goals to other people's. I don't know about you, but sometimes I am the personality that will see someone do something and do something good with it, and then I think, oh yeah, I want to do that too, but I don't actually want that. I just want the success that they had. But the success someone else had, of course, it means that you can have it too and more if you wanted to. What the universe does for one other person means that they can do it for you and more, and it's proof that that can happen, but also it happens in your own way because you're here on your own unique journey, and that's a beautiful thing, and you have to honor that and like listen to your intuition and listen to yourself, because once you decide that you are something, or you decide that you want to do something, then the universe will like hint and give you things and whisper things to you to put you on track. Like, this blockage that I'm feeling today, like, I know it's for a reason. And I think it's for this podcast episode right now, actually, because I was crying all morning, overwhelmed, overstimulated, everything was pissing me off. And then I went on a nature walk that I didn't want to go on, but my mum was like, nope, let's go on a walk, like, it'll be good for you. And I had this idea on my walk, and it just flowed naturally, and that's the best ideas. When something flows naturally to you and you work with your body and not against it, life will flow naturally. And just because it's New Year's doesn't mean your life has to be perfect overnight. Like I said, 1% better every day goes such a long way. Ooh. Okay, just ease into your goals. Like, you can't force yourself to be perfect at something January 1st just because it's January 1st, girl. It's not gonna happen. Where you are right now and the things that you're experiencing, the feelings you're having, the people around you, your thoughts, they're all a part of the universe's plan for you, and you're exactly where you're meant to be right now. And you might not see it like that, or you might feel like, oh, but I don't want to be here. Well, you are. If you feel shitty, just work with it. I really just want you to be gentle with yourself. You are all you've got. And if you do want to reach those goals and those outcomes, then you're that person that's going to pick you up and take you where you need to go. You just got to listen to your body. That doesn't mean forcing yourself to grind and hustle and work, and none of that. You deserve rest. You deserve to pause, whether it's freaking October 31st, January 1st, December 23rd, like who cares? It's just an illusion. Time is an illusion, and New Year's is a stupid thing we've made up as humans. It's just a societal thing that people have made up. It's not that deep. You don't have to completely glow up and reinvent yourself and become the next big thing overnight because it's January 1st. Because half of the things that I think about on New Year's and why I get so overwhelmed, I'm like, you know what? I actually don't want to do that. I don't actually care about that. I'm just doing it because everyone says it's cool, so I want to do it. Half the things and goals you set for yourself are what other people want you to do. Or half of that shit, you don't even want it. You just want it because of what it will bring you. I like to look at New Year's as not becoming someone completely different and reinventing myself. I like to look at it as becoming the best version of me that I can be. I just want to be better than I was last year. I'm more elevated, more educated, battier. Battier? That's not a word. Oh my God, come on, Eves. Become more yourself. Become more yourself. You know what? Like I said, sometimes those goals aren't even yours. You just want them because everyone says it's cool or whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's a trend. Who cares? What about what you want? What makes you different? Instead of trying to reinvent yourself, become more you. And that's how you set yourself apart from everyone else. So just relax. The new year doesn't have to be that deep. Next month, you're not going to care about the start of the month, I'm sure, because it's not January 1st. Everyone is on their own timeline and has their own purpose to why they're on Earth. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. It's really not that deep. And that's my quote for the day. It's just really not that deep. Treat yourself like a best friend. Be nice to yourself. Don't look left, don't look right. Stay in your own lane. And that's really how you differentiate yourself from everyone else and become the best version of yourself, is by being yourself. And that's that. That's all I have to say this episode. And I'm going to do an episode every single Thursday. I promise I'll stay consistent. I've stopped and started these podcasts so many times. Again, expectations, get a hold of me. See, I'm just like you. Yeah, I love these episodes. Oh, it feels like therapy. I'm going to do but I'll be here every Thursday. I'm so excited to spend more time with you. And I hope this helped, or you can relate, because same girl, I cried this morning. Okay, I cried. And it's January 1st and it's daunting and it's whatever. It doesn't matter. It's not that deep. Just remember, it's not that deep. If you like this episode, comment suggestions or things that you would like for me to talk about. I'm always talking to you guys on my YouTube community page. So if you want to talk to me or give me more suggestions, you can comment on there or comment down below, which is probably better so I can answer you all. I love y'all. Happy New Year, and I hope all your dreams and manifestations come true, and you can hang out with me every Monday and Thursday. I'm not going anywhere. So, bye.